Hello, I'm back. Yes, I'm black. Black. I'm back. Um, I just had a kid cancel a class, and so I was doing some errands around the house, and I thought I should do a quick video and let you know that I'm getting going again. So this won't be terribly long. I have 15 minutes till my next class begins. Um, Probably about 10 before I should get into the classroom. Yeah, well, here is a red flag. If somebody tells you I'm not going to be coming online and giving updates on my weight for the next month cuz family's coming into town and holidays are here. That is a surefire red flag that they are tanking. They know they're going to tank. They don't want to deal with the ramifications and the accountability of getting online. So that's what I did. Yeah, that's me. If you watch any of my other videos, you know that I am very good at epic fails when it comes to dieting. So I do good on the diet afterwards. This was the biggest fall of all. I am back up into the 170s. Yeah. I mean, God, I can't remember the last time I was in the 170s was like after I gave birth to my third kid. Like I haven't been up this high in the longest time. And I'm telling you, I was 172.9 before I loaded. So yeah, we're back on hCG. Why are we on hCG? Because this has gotten so massively out of control that I need to completely rein it in and then focus on something more regular. So I do want to do the OMAD, one meal a day. Essentially, when I do hCG, that's kind of what I do anyway, because I don't tend to break up my hCG food. I tend to put it all in one meal. But I need to have the appetite suppressant that comes with, not even appetite suppressant, it makes you feel full when you're on hCG. It does for me anyway. And throughout the course of this past month and a half, when I've been kind of like off the radar, off the grid, knowing that I'm going to do poorly, well, there's food around, that's okay, the dieting's going to start in January, I never expected the numbers to be where they are. Never. I haven't seen the 170s in, I don't know, decades. I mean, I really, really, really fell off the wagon. So technically, 30 pounds. 30 pounds in like 2 months? Who does that? That is not healthy. That is not healthy. Something's askew. Because I also don't feel that big, but then I have body dysmorphia in a way that nobody else does. I always think I look fine. I always think I look good. This is why the weight continues to creep up, creep up, creep up. Because I think, oh, I look okay. Now, were clothes starting to not fit? Yeah. Have I gone through many periods of my life when I went through clothes that didn't fit? I have so many different sizes of clothes in my closet. It's not even funny. And that's because my weight is so variable, even like day to day, like throughout the course of a day. My weight will fluctuate a lot. I do a lot of water retention for whatever reason. I don't know. Everything's always come out normal. My blood pressure is fine, but like the scale goes up and down, and I balloon with edema and water retention and then go back down. So the scale is very variable, and really hCG is the only diet that I really should be getting on the scale every day for because of that reason. So I did not get on the scale the entire time. That was probably a big mistake. Maybe that would have helped rein it in a little bit otherwise. But yeah, so what did I do? I managed somehow, I think just because my eating patterns have become so poor, I managed somehow in the loading days to put on an additional 5 pounds in the 2 days of loading. Now, that's not unusual for most people to do it. I just thought, based on the volume of food I was eating and how poorly I was eating for such an extended period of time, that I wasn't possibly going to be able to put on more than 2 or 3 pounds during the loading phase. But I proved that wrong. I can put on weight with the best of them. I sure can. So, I don't know. This was unexpected for me to come here today. Let's see. Oh, it's hard for me to look at all my numbers and know what was. Okay, so the last time that, oh, see, I think this is all P3. This is, oh, here's my P3 in November, going from 148.1 to 162.2, trying to do OMAD and keeping track of everything. It did not go well. Actually, December 3rd was 162.2. So yeah, so from December 3rd until like January 3rd, I put on another 10 pounds in that month. Yeah, I was 168.9, and so I did get on the scale a couple times. I'd forgotten about that. Isn't it amazing how we block things out? I did do that cleanse. I think I briefly came on here and talked about the cleanse. I'm not sure. But I'll talk about that in another video, since I'll just talk about getting going again and that. I did do the cleanse. You know, it was considered, let's just talk about it. There's not much to say. I think I may have put this in a video. I did a cleanse, which was these 2 caplets that you take each day. It's supposed to be a mild cleanse so that you're not like running to the bathroom at all times and all that. And that's all you do on it. And you're supposed to just sort of eat well and omit carbs. I lost 0.4 pounds on the cleanse, so it didn't do much for me. I mean, the fact that I was trying to avoid carbs as much as possible and kind of eat right during that time over the course of a week, losing 0.4 pounds, that's what did that. So the cleanse didn't really seem to impact me that much. So, yeah. Yeah, so let's see if we can find an actual, ending weight of P2. I don't know why I don't have dates on this. And I'm sorry, this is just a dreadful video to watch. I know. This goes up to 11/6, which was round 2. And I have day 21 was 148.1 on the 1st of November. So, okay, ending weight. So this was kind of my documenting P3, my weight gain in P3. And I wrote down like different foods that I ate and things on the different days and how it went up and went down. I probably did videos on that too. I've completely blocked it all out. But yeah, okay. So 148.1. 177.9. So that is 29.8. 30 pounds. 2 months. Again, 30 pounds in 2 months. I just wish I was one of those people. After you lose the weight, I really believe in my brain. I'm going to stay around this weight. Sometimes more than others. Sometimes I lose weight and I think, I'm never going to put weight on again. Then there were times like this where I kind of knew the holidays were coming. I knew I had the scrapbooking retreat. I knew I had Thanksgiving. I knew I had Christmas. I knew I had my daughter home from college for 3 weeks, my other daughter home from California for 2 weeks in that period of time. And lots of family get-togethers, obviously, that go with all those holidays and parties and such. And then just, going out and doing things and then eating out. So I never had that feeling of, I'm going to keep this off from the beginning of January all the way until January 1st. But did I expect 30? Mm-mm. So my goal is to get that 30 back off. Obviously not in one round of hCG by any stretch of the imagination, but hopefully we can get down. Shoot, I would love it if I could get down 15. That's going to be my goal. Since I feel kind of like heavy and bloated today, I feel like that might help. I feel like there's some water retention that needs to happen here. So, yeah. Yeah, here we go again. I guess that's all I'm here to say. Here we go again. Round 4. Is it round 4? Was this round 3 or round 4? I think I wrote on here round 3 somewhere. No, I just had P3. round 2. Oh no, this is round 2. Okay, I feel better about that. Round 3. They say 3 times the charm, right? I have greater motivation now because, of course, we're at the beginning of a new year. Okay. I have a bunch of people I'm going to see at a scrapbooking retreat at the beginning of February, second weekend of February. So I would rather not be balloonish at that point. Um, and I will be taking my son over his spring break to San Antonio. We're going to go visit the Alamo and all that. He's in an AP U.S. history class this year. And so I had planned on taking all of my kids to Universal Orlando, second week of May. I even had my son drop one of his AP classes so that an AP test didn't conflict. And as it turns out, my other daughter is doing a service work in pre-vet sciences, and it got canceled, and it was supposed to be over this Christmas break for 2 of her 3 weeks. And it is now rescheduled for May, second week of May. So we're not going to go. So instead, I'm going to take my son to, I don't know when spring break is. I remember. I already booked the trip, the hotel, and the airfare. I want to say it's in April. I think it's in conjunction with Easter. I think it's right after Easter we're going to go, just for like 4 or 5 days. Just to kind of take in the history of it all and that, take a little trip, get away. I mean, it's really more about bonding time, mom and son bonding time, because he's 16. How much time does he really want to spend with mom? But he does enjoy history, and I justified it since APUSH, which is advanced placement U.S. history class, his test will be coming up. So I figure well, he's not missing any school for it, and it can do nothing but advance his learning. And I went there once before with my daughters years ago, like 5 years ago, my daughters and I remember the whole time thinking my son at that time would enjoy it because he's always kind of enjoyed history. So that's a motivation too for me. I tell you all that to say that is my motivation, is to feel good on that trip, especially if the weather hopefully will be nice. It was a little rainy and cool when I was in San Antonio over spring break with my daughter, so hopefully we have a little bit better weather, and we can enjoy walking around the whole river walk area and have a good time. And I don't want to feel like I'm a balloon when I'm doing that. I feel like a balloon today. I'm also on the tail end of Tom, so that's not helping anything. But it is good that I'm on the tail end of Tom and starting a diet, because normally it falls right in the middle of this. Because I just start when I can start, and I don't take into consideration Tom. So hopefully that's also elevating numbers a little bit, and I have some water retention in conjunction with that. So we'll see how we do. Day 1 results will be here tomorrow, and I'll also let you know what it is that I eat on each day. I'm going to try to be better about that too. And really, I wasn't good about, I was really good about restricting carbs. I wasn't good about eliminating carbs last time, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that again this time. But I was pretty good about keeping the calorie count around 500, definitely not more than 800 in a day. And different people have different philosophies on whether it should be a 500 calorie diet or an 800 calorie diet. Some people say 500 calories for females, 800 calories for males. Some people just say 800 calories is healthier. There's just, whoops, I don't know if you heard that alarm, but that means I got to get to my class. So I'll have updates on all of that. I also was on the treadmill. I could probably count on one hand how many times in the past month I was on the treadmill, with everybody being home and that. Partly because the treadmill's on one side of my room and the television's on the other, and so the television has to be so loud for it to be heard over the treadmill where I am. So the whole house hears what's being on. It just seems disruptive, especially since I normally do it when I do my classes in the morning, which is at 8 a.m. And 8 a.m. in the morning, my daughter, who's from California, is still in bed because it's like 5 a.m. for her. Actually, over break, almost everybody was still in bed, let's face it, at 8 a.m. So I'm going to get back on the treadmill today, and I'm going to be back on here tomorrow and tell you how I did after day 1 in P2. Round 3. Talk to you later. Bye.